many of you asked me to bring him on the show. So I had to find him on Twitter, and I found him. Lieutenant Baker's portrayer is here. Grab a drink and join us next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, I love this theme song. I love it. I do. Welcome to the Bold Breakdown, the bold and beautiful after show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We're also on iTunes and YouTube, of course. You can follow us. And you can follow let's get together. Let's see, Baker. The Bold Breakdown Facebook page. It's on Facebook. Got a lot of viewers on there. Okay, so while I was getting these B's all mixed up, AFTERBUZZ, Lieutenant Baker, Bold and Beautiful, it's all crazy. We have a guy who's playing Bradley Baker. Speaking about more B's. I was like, I forget he had a first name. First name. Bradley Baker for almost 20 years. Cheese and crackers, you guys, 20 years. But he's also done a slew of projects, TV and film, voiceover work, series. He's been around for a long time. You asked for him, and I brought him on, Mr. Dan Martin.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you to the show.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
Yes, I found you on Twitter, and you actually responded. And I sent you some information, and you said, show me your show. And I did, and you said yes.
Yes.
He said yes. He's wearing blue like we all do on the show. He's wearing blue, like the colors. The colors. Okay, so folks, now you know I usually do my lot in Los Angeles, but I'm deviating a bit because I couldn't make it to Pink's Hot Dogs. Those of you guys who don't know, it's been around for like 80 years. They're so good. You guys all mentioned the hot dog when I mentioned he was coming on. So I have a 7-Eleven hot dog. It's just a prop.
7-Eleven instead of Pink's? Oh my God. I'm gone. I'm leaving.
He's like, I'm done. He's like, I'll see you guys later. So a hot dog in order, but one day I'll bring up Pink's hot dog and you'll see the total difference, and it's so good. But that's our prop for today. It's a hot dog because Lieutenant Baker likes his hot dogs. And cookies too. I found things where you like. There's some clips of you eating cookies.
Dan likes the cookies. Lieutenant Baker likes the hot dog. Yes, right.
Oh, I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit. There I go. I can hear myself now. Okay. So, next year will be 20 years.
Yeah. It's
reoccurring as we talk about this off camera.
I know. You know, people who get the contracts, they have one kind of salary scale. Those of us on recurring, we get a different salary scale. But it's cool, you know.
But I think it's very interesting. I was saying this to you off camera. It's interesting that it's a reoccurring role that's lasted 20 years, because I think another person, Kate Linder, was like another one who was like that on Young and the Restless, where she was a flight attendant on, I think it was like American Airlines, but she was also reoccurring as Esther all those years.
Right.
It's like, to me, it's like they keep bringing you back. That's great then.
It is, actually. I mean, I've become established on there. I am Lieutenant Baker. People recognize me outside of the show as Baker. And it really is fun. I mean, I've enjoyed doing it. So I hadn't even really noticed how long I'd been doing it until I just, was looking up IMDb and wait a minute. I first did this in '97. So it'll be 20 years next year. It's not 20 years yet.
Oh, not yet.
It'll be next year.
Next year. Michelle D. Hi, you guys in the chat room. I forgot. They're my co-hosts. My chat room people are my co-hosts. You guys are great, and thanks for being in here. Michelle D. wants to know, do you have a memorable moment on the show?
A memorable moment, yes, I do. There was one I really enjoyed. I enjoyed working with Heather. I mean, not Heather, Hunter.
Hunter Tylo. Oh, we missed him.
I enjoy working with Heather, too.
Hunter
Tylo, particularly.
Yeah.
And there was the time when she had driven her car off and hit somebody in Darlene.
Yeah, Darla. Oh, my God, yes.
Her. And one moment or time while we were working together and I was trying to get her to confess, and we just had a really good time that day. So that's one that comes back. And also Susan. I loved working with Susan Flannery.
Miss me some Susan Flannery.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, she's happily ever after now. She's retired. She's enjoying her money during that time. She's having a ball from what I've heard. And she sends word back to the set every so few, But working with her was always fun because this woman always kept me on my toes.
I'm sure.
She was like straight.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, Baker.
Yes, exactly. He's like, no other anything else, just
And it was, it was fun just working with her.
Yeah.
So, different things.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, so I'm talking about the hot dogs now. 7-Eleven hot dogs are good if it's fresh and not the old shrivel up ones.
Yes. Well,
But Pink's is better. This was nice. This is a nice one.
it's nice
This one's
and
a nice one. Nice. But Pink's are a lot better.
I'm not eating it, but
Yeah, we're not eating it. It's just a prop.
Not that
we're not eating
no,
it.
no.
But we're talking about that. You said that they always come to you cold when you're doing the scenes. They're not really set up for you to really eat them, of course.
Well, by the time that gets to me, we're done the blocking.
Yes.
We've rehearsed a couple of times. We're waiting for the lighter and adjustment, and then they bring me the hot dog that's been off stage for the last 20 minutes, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
But hey,
One of your first storylines, or your very first storyline, was the Bill, Brooke, and Katie car accident storyline, where I believe Bill and Brooke they hit each other in a car accident, and you saw the beat up car in Katie's driveway, and that's how I looked this up. And I actually remember that storyline, and that's when we first saw you in 1997.
Wrong.
Okay, tell us. Tell us.
That was just a couple of years ago, that one.
Oh, that one, okay.
Right. And my first was somebody got shot. Grant got shot.
Oh, by little Rick. Did he shoot?
Little Rick, yes.
The little actor who played Rick.
Right. Shot him, and I had to come in and figure out who it was. And at first, I think Ridge was accused.
Yes.
And then I
Ron
had
Moss
to solve that. Ron Moss,
Yes.
right. And that was my first.
Ah, okay. Well, there you go. See, that's why he's here to clarify.
Straighten these things out.
Straighten these things out. But I remember that's when the little Rick was. I forgot that actor's name. He was really good. That he had shot Grant.
Right. And then after that, oh my goodness! But there were a lot of things happened between that and that Katie.
Brooke and Bill car accident thing.
Right.
That's so funny because you've worked with just Bill was drunk driving. Yeah. You have worked with. He works with just about everybody, I guess, on some form over the last 19 years, 18 years.
Pretty much everybody. Some of the kids, some of the younger ones now, I haven't worked with.
Okay, yeah.
But I haven't worked with a good friend of mine who's on the show now, Oba.
Oh yeah, which one?
Right.
Yes.
Oba, you got to do something wrong, buddy. I'm going to come get you.
Yes.
But I've been able to work through most of the class because at one time or another they all do something that needs to be corrected.
Yes. Oh yeah, Rich took the fall. That's what you're saying for that storyline.
Yes.
Everybody, they all get arrested, all get suspicion. You got to come in and talk to them. And okay, so for a while you had a son. Played by Michael Shannon Jenkins. I mean, what happened to him?
Oh, well, he's still my son.
Okay.
Yeah. But, the kids are doing better than the father now. He's a police commissioner in Santa Barbara. He's moved up.
Yes, he's moved up.
He's doing fine.
And how was it when they just said, we're going to give you a family member? I mean, how did it feel?
It was, it was kind of exhilarating. I was looking forward to the whole family, and maybe having dinner at the table, and we'll see. But it was really good because he's a really good actor, and so we were able to bounce things back and forth off each other, and it was great.
Yeah,
having another person there to kind of be an anchor in the madness of Bold and Beautiful sometimes.
Well, I've seen people mention it. 'Cause again, we know some folks remember everything, and they're just like, "He had a son. What happened to the son? Where's the Baker kids? Where are they?" And I'm like, it's just right now he still got a job.
I was hoping they'd bring on my daughter, who's a fashion model, and will someday be modeling for Forrester. Who knows? And then I have to come and arrest somebody for looking at her wrong.
So how's it feel knowing they added a black family onto the show and really have integrated them with the Forresters and stuff? I mean, how's it feel as another black? We're just like, yay, more black people. I mean, were you like, or just how was it for you? I mean, and they had a good caliber actors too.
Yeah, definitely. It was really gratifying.
You were on there a long time by yourself. Representing.
I was there, y'all.
Yes, you were.
I was keeping up the struggle. But in all honesty, I wasn't even the first. I mean, Ken. Oh my goodness, I can't remember Ken's last name. He was there before me, and then somebody else was there with him. So, but like I said, it was very gratifying when they brought them on, and they just made them another family. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they've done, not us with Bold and Beautiful, but also Y&R, they don't highlight, this is our black folk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that just makes everybody there more human, more as a person. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And very Los Angeles.
Right.
We don't do it in LA. It's like we all kind of are. We're all LA first, it seems like. We're maybe different races. Everybody's very LA.
there are other places in the country where those distinctions definitely get noticed and talked about and pointed at more. But in LA, it's like, oh, that's your cousin?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, right. No, right. No, seriously.
Seattle, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's very true.
So, it's...
More realistic.
It was cool. Yeah.
Realistic. Amber's Baby 100, a regular here, says, love the father and son duo. I miss it. Yes.
Oh, thank
They
you.
were great. These guys were coming to rescue. There's a scene I saw. I was going down the rabbit hole on YouTube that happens sometimes. There was a scene where you and your son on the show had to talk to Jackie, played by the lovely. Oh my God! Look at her name.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
I love her to death. I love her to death. But she played Jackie Maroney. She went on.
Yes.
Somebody tell me the name because I'm looking on the name right now. But she was in the bathtub.
Yes.
And she's kind of flirting with you a little bit. She's like, hey, it's like, oh, give me a second. I'm just in the bathtub. And
yeah, she was very flirty when the camera wasn't on, too. That was funny. Oh, please find her name.
Yeah, somebody tell me her name. I'm just picking out her name right now.
Yes.
So you guys can tell me her name because I love her. She played her. Once you say a name, I'll know what it is. Okay, so we're going to talk more to him, of course, and we're going to do a speed round of a bunch of shows that he's been on. He's been on a lot of shows. But, of course, we're going to talk about what happened in Bold and Beautiful. I'm going to ask him some opinions on some of the actors and some of these storylines and kind of he can let us know what he's worked with them. Okay, so on Monday, it was all about Eric and Quinn. And this storyline is taking everybody by storm. They're like, I give it to John McCook. John McCook and Rena Sofer are working the F out of that storyline.
Yes.
They are, and they're working. I mean, they're really working. And you worked with Rena because she's been bad on stuff.
I know. I just arrested her earlier this year. Yes,
you did.
And John, I've worked with him off and on a bunch of times over the years.
I heard he's super. Leslie Ann Down. That was her name.
Leslie Ann Down.
Yes,
Thank
you.
Yes.
Leslie Ann Down.
I'm so embarrassed. I forgot
same here.
her.
Like I love her so much. Yes, she was so good on that show.
Yes,
I loved her on that show. Oh my God. Anyway, that's another story.
I was hoping for a Baker Maroney.
Yes,
you know. We'll see.
Yeah, she was flirting with you. Yeah, Eric got his balls back. Yes, he did this week. But John McCook, I heard he's a very nice guy.
Oh, definitely. You know, I'll tell you something. That's one of the things that's been, I guess, what even helped keep me on the show over the course of time. Everybody is really nice.
That's right here.
If I'd run into something that was, because I don't take a lot, and if I had run into something that really just bugged me, I don't need to come back from that. But everybody is really cool. Everybody's really nice. So, hey, and John is definitely one of them. He's funny too.
I've heard that too. I've heard that also. That he's very funny.
Yeah,
heard he's very funny. So Eric announces, doesn't ask for permission, because he grown folks. He don't need to ask permission. That he wants Quinn back in the company and run the Julia line. And
he wants Quinn in his bedroom.
That too, kids. He did bring her to the Forrester house and everything there, but he wants her in, and everybody's against it, of course. I like that Rick's involved because Rick is one of his children, so I like that kind of involved. But Pam, he had a little moment with Pam. Pam was like, she's kind of a questionably grasped on reality. He was like, there's a minute there they thought the same of you too. Kind of shut her up a little bit too. I was like, ooh, kind of crazy. And Eric was like, and he said this, I am tired and resented of being treated like a child. He was done. On Monday, he was done. He was like, no. He let everybody say what they had to say. He let them and say what Tuesday. Everybody got their say. And he was like, I ran this company I started this company for 50 years. I started this company. Me and your mother did this. Not you guys. I did it.
Right.
I built this company. I raised you. I was like, good for him. I was like, because you're not a black man. You wouldn't talk to me that way. I wish one of my kids would talk to me that way.
Yeah.
And tell me what I'm going to do.
I will take you out.
Yeah, exactly.
I brought you in. I will take you out. That would have happened.
But Eric was just like, he looked at Quinn and was like, okay, we're starting over. You said you're not going to do this stuff anymore. Okay. But this is what he said. I actually wrote this down because I liked his little speech on Tuesday. He had his little speech. I am the father and grandfather. I raised you. I founded this company 50 years ago. I am the CEO of this company. I am the patriarch of this family, and you will respect me. Mike was like, bye. And they were like, Even Stephanie was like, oh my God. I mean, he was like, yeah. I think it's none of his business when it comes to his personal life, but I don't think he should bring her back to the company just yet. Ooh, that's what he says. Well, there's a little business, personal. It's all for him. It's all blended together at this point.
Well, the family's only concerned because she's certifiably nuts.
Yes.
So
yes, but he's getting some right now.
Yeah.
Us men, we get excited when that kind of happens. But yeah, and meanwhile, God, poor Wyatt, her son. They play him so dumb. Like, he knows his mother does, but he's like always still kind of like, well, I believe her. She says she's leaving and she's not with him anymore. Like, it just seems like everybody's yelling at him, going, Wyatt, wake up.
Yeah,
the wonderful
I know
Darren
it's your
Brooks.
mom, but she's crazy.
Yes.
Darren is funny, and he commits to that too. He commits that he loves his mother. And Rena's really only well, I'm not going to give about the age difference, but she must have had him when she was 6.
Yeah, I know exactly. Because come on, Rena.
Right.
Yes.
But yeah, she's crazy.
Well, so Veronica says, I have a feeling that this thing with Quinn might come back and bite him in the ass. Michelle says he's a grown-ass man. I was glad he told his grown, rich son to move out. He told Rich to leave, too. He said, Rich, time for you to get out. He's like, you know how to get a house. You know how to live somewhere. He was like, you know what to do. And he was like, and he told Rich, he was like, I supported you and your family. You lied to me about Douglas. Get out of the house. I want my house back. He's like, did you lose your mind? He's like, get out. You're dismissed. That's what he told Rich. You're dismissed. He did drop the mic. He was like, you're dismissed. And Rich was like, Now, I have one little thing I will say. What if Eric really knows that she's crazy and he's doing this on purpose for something? Just keep that in mind. I don't know. Maybe
yeah, I can't imagine what it would be for.
And who knows? I don't know. Just saying. Maybe he's not too crazy. Maybe he is ruled by the womanly wiles of,
little head instead of the big
yeah,
head.
I was going to say that. Yes, little head, which does happen. But I like the storyline. I'm glad that John McCook's front and center. He deserves to be. Rita Sofer is a great actress, and so I'm really happy to see her front and center also. I think it's an interesting pairing. I think it works. I did a poll, and I said Sheila versus remember Sheila?
Yes.
Kimberly Brown, who was wonderful. Sheila versus Quinn, and it was very close. It wasn't a landslide. It was more Sheila, but it was just like it wasn't a landslide.
Yeah, Sheila was a little off kilter also.
On two shows.
Oh my goodness.
The whole crossover that was just great, and her and Lauren, and it was like Kimberly Brown was so good as Sheila. It was crazy. Quinn was supposed to be a teen mother, so she grew with Wyatt. That's why she's crazy.
Okay.
Because she's a teen mother.
Babies having babies.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm like,
that's what it was.
I'm crazy. I'm crazy too. I'm close in age. No, but it's but that's I like the story. I like that he's front and center. That he ran the company. But I do like that Stephanie's portrait is always staring at them. That portrait of Susan Flannery is just like. She's always kind of looking over. I think was it Heather or was it Pearson who told me that portrait it moves when you.
It does.
She's watching you.
It does.
Okay.
All of a sudden, as you're stepping around here, it's like the eyes just kind of go with you. It bugged me out the first time. I
love it. So okay, so you guys, third person on the show said that, so it must be happening. Shout out to Susan Flannery, of course, we love her.
Definitely.
This other big storyline was just kind of Sasha and Thomas. So Pearson Froday, of course, who we love, is a friend of the show. He's been on the show several times, a friend of the show. And the beautiful Felicia Cooper. She's beautiful. Who plays Sasha. And I want her on the show, too. Felicia, I want you on the show. So they kissed, and they're kind of like flirting around each other.
I missed that.
They kissed last week, end of the week before last week. She kissed him because he defended her against Julius.
That I saw.
And he kissed. He was like, oh, what was that for? She's like, I don't know. And he's like, well, I didn't mind.
Oh my goodness!
It was a quick kiss. And then it was a quick kiss.
See, that's what I'm saying. They just put the people together and they try to see their chemistry and see what happens. And they didn't have to highlight this is our black couple.
No, they didn't. Not at all. No.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: they have Maya with a Forrester,
right?
And now Nicole is with Black Forrester with Zendy.
Zendy, yes.
Rome Flynn, who I'm trying to get on the show too. And then now if they put her with Thomas. So this week they were kind of flirting and talking, and her upbringing was ringing true to him. He really liked it.
Well, they got to bring Leslie Ann down back.
Yeah, they do. I said that. You're like, Eric likes a strong woman. Disregard Donna. Oh, Donna. Oh, not Jennifer. Talk about her. Life. So, So basically, that's the kind of deal. And Eric says he's happy. He tells Quinn, I'm happy. Come to the house, and you're gonna have a surprise. So that's how Tuesday ended. I was like, okay. So now, as you know, we do our segments, and my segments tonight are dedicated to my guests, as I always do. And this one's a new segment called the Bold Blooper. So I found this online. They have a bunch of bloopers online from the show, because you guys do 100 shows or however a year. Many of them are done one take, but this was from a while back where you were able to do several takes.
Oh.
This one's a while back. This one's like actually, this one's back from 2009, and it's a clip that makes me laugh. And even the people who were writing under the credits were like laughing because it's your reactions.
Oh.
And it's just you kind of, and the way they cut it off when you're just like, oh, this is for real, and it's really funny. So I'll have Zach cue that up there, and there we go.
It'll be. Pam, get away.
Pam, I knew it, you crazy freak. Good job, Lieutenant.
What the hell's going on here?
We've arrested your. Who is it? We've arrested your aunt for the.
And action.
What the hell's going on here?
We've arrested your aunt.
We've arrested this woman.
We've arrested your aunt for 2 assaults on for 2 attempts on this one.
What the hell's going on here?
We've arrested your. Who is it? We've arrested your aunt for the. No, this is a rehearsal anyway, right?
No, we're actually.
Oh, that was the shoot.
I love that. I love when they cut that off. Like, this was the what? You're like, oh shit, and it goes up.
See, I make a point of getting it right when it's the shoot. You know,
that's
rehearsal.
So I had to show that because you're like, oh, this is not rehearsal. But the fact that when they go, oh my god, you got and then it just goes to the layers like that. I watched that like 4 or 5 times. That made me laugh so hard. Because I mean, let's talk about that for a second. So the pacing of soaps is really fast, right?
Yeah, we kind of churn things out sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get an extra take, and sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you'll run through it, and it's like, okay, great. Second time, I'm going to really nail that. Boom, moving on. What?
Wow.
So it can happen like that. And then I've had instances where they just hand you a bunch of pages and say, okay, we're going to be shooting this next. And I'm like, oh, really?
Oh, just hand it to you.
I've had that happen, yes. Yeah, particularly one time when I was investigating a fire in somebody's house. All of a sudden, they said the show was running short, and they handed me about 2 pages and said, we're going to be going over this. And I'm like, really? Yes. Okay, so I went on back, and I just kind of like shoved it in my brain and went on out there and did it. And then we left and went home. And I'm like, okay, I guess the show's the proper length now, you know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, soap is it's a quick medium. It can be quick.
And what's the thing? It's also great for your muscle memory and your brain and all that stuff. And so you're like, I guess you're right. I guess you can get. I guess when you do other stuff, you're like, I can do this.
Oh, yeah. The only thing is sometimes when my stutter comes in like there. You know, then all of a sudden I'm a rush to give you a bam, bam, bam. That chick, I'm arresting her, you know.
That's so funny. Okay, so you folks are liking, Sasha's going to have to compete for Thomas when Caroline gets back. There's Caroline, Lindsay Godfrey, great actress, love her to death. And they showed her talking with Thomas and the baby. She's a great actress. It's funny. And like they're saying, you get a Forrester, and you get a Forrester, and you get a Forrester. Everybody gets a Forrester. That's my Oprah impression. It's like all the girls are getting Forresters. They're all available, so I guess there you go. We get it for everybody gets them because Julius told her there's no Forrester for you. Well, he was wrong.
Right.
He's wrong, so it's kind of funny. So then we go on to Wednesday, and Wednesday, Steffi and Wyatt get into it, of course, and because of Quinn. It's getting out to people that Quinn has got this job. Eric makes the Forrester mansion beautiful, flowers, candles, a butler, whatever going on there. And he plays piano for her. It's this whole thing, very romantic. And she has another glass of champagne, but there's something in her glass. A key to the Forrester mansion. You give her a key.
Oh my goodness, was that on this? That must have been on the same episode because I missed that one too. Oh.
You give her a key. So here you go. She's like, a key? She's like, key? I think she was using a shot like a key. She was living in that hotel or whatever, motel she was living in for all this time. I gave her a key. She said, yes, I want to be in. Because I told Rich to get out. So this house is now mine. He's a grown man. He can find a place to live. I was like, ooh, yes, he can. Meanwhile, we're just talking to Katie, our friend Heather Tom, who's a friend of the show, trying to get Bill's 12.5% of Forrester because Rich said, I really need it now. I need it now. But they're like, well, Bill knows you're behind this whole thing. He's like, either he'll give it to you or we're going to threaten to go after Spencer Publications, which is something he doesn't want to give up at all. But they're afraid that because they're afraid that Quinn really is the one in charge, not Eric. They keep saying she's the one who's masterminding everything. He's an addled old man.
Well, no, he's not.
Nope.
but she does have a way of manipulating men, whether it's knocking them out and,
shoving Deke off a cliff.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
That was bold.
Yes.
But, so, no, he's not addled, but he is influenced.
Ooh, I like that. I like that, actually. See, folks, I think I like that did it better. Yeah, Rita did look beautiful. They're all like, she looked beautiful in that scene. She did. She's a beautiful woman anyway. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't a ring either. I don't think he wanted to marry her yet. I didn't think that was going to happen. But a key, I was kind of shocked too. Yes, and Steffi, because Jacqueline McInnes Wood, to me, is so good when she's playing kind of like the strong, ballsy, bitchy kind of Steffi.
Yeah.
Not the weak kind of, oh my God, I know which man I want. She's got her balls back too. And she's standing up to her grandfather. She's standing up to her men. She's like, I can't handle this girl in my life.
Well, if you think about what she did to Steffi, I mean,
I know.
how could you possibly just accept her back in? I mean, no.
I know. So that's kind of crazy, you guys. Quinn is a partial excuse to get back into Liam. So you think, she guys think she still wants Liam. Okay, or Adam, what he was when she kidnapped him. I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't know. I feel like she really likes Eric on some level. I kind of think she likes him.
It might just be a matter of power moves.
Yes.
I mean, Liam's power is about here.
Yeah, but Eric's
is, exponentially
And
greater,
it's also, and she said it several times already out loud, it's also prestige, it's status. It's like her redemption. If she goes with Liam, it'll just be more problems. Go with Eric, Forrester.
He'll solve the problems.
There you go. That happened. Because time is so fast. I can't. Okay, so now we're on to the bold flashback, which is a regular here on the show, and this one's from 2013, and it's featuring him, and we're going to show that one shortly. As I went through the vaults, and there are many things of yours, but I thought let's show this one.
Another blooper.
This was for real. This was for real.
Okay.
This was for real.
She just has a little bump on her head.
Oh my God. Did you touch her?
No.
Okay, what about after she fell?
Well, yeah, I touched her to see if she was okay. I wanted to take her to the hospital.
The hospital?
No, but just in case. But she's fine now. Really, she's fine.
The whole Ivy thing.
You can never go over there again.
I know. It was dumb. I just thought we could talk it out.
There's no talking it out. There's no approaching her. There's no getting anywhere near her. Please look me in the eye and say you understand that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Listen, it's gonna be okay. We have a wedding to plan. Let's just focus on that.
Okay.
Agreed?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Nope. Here we go.
Yeah, come in.
Just who I was looking for. The second violation of the day. You're not even supposed to be in this building.
I know, but we only came here to pack up her stuff.
I see. And your excuse for paying Ivy a visit?
I wanted to apologize. We're family. And it was an accident, Lieutenant.
And then I hear there was a second so-called accident?
Yeah, she tripped, but it wasn't serious.
Oh, it was very serious. The moment you came close to that woman, you broke the law.
Listen, it was a mistake, and I promise you it won't happen again.
Oh, it certainly won't. Steffi Forrester, you're in violation of the temporary restraining order. You are under arrest.
Okay. Good night. I love it. I love your delivery. You are under arrest.
Yeah, well, I gotta let her know it's me. This is serious this time. It's not like the other time.
Right, apparently, apparently there's other times.
This time.
This time.
Yeah, right.
It's like, no, you're going down this time. It's kind of
down. Yeah, right.
I love that. So that was actually you.
And you said that was 13?
That's 2013.
Now, see, that's how the time goes,
Yeah.
man, because that just seems like just the other.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago to me.
That's 3 years ago.
But yeah, and if you notice, he's with her now. That's before Crazy Chick came in.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
some people's names sometimes.
Yes.
Crazy Chick, baby.
Yes. Ivy was getting hurt every episode. I know. Ivy just poor thing got hurt and everything.
Yeah, she finally had to leave.
Yes.
I can't take you people. She went back to Australia.
But she's coming back on the show. Apparently, she's coming back. I heard she's coming back.
Oh, okay.
All right, she's coming back. That was a big announcement. All right, so on Thursday's episode, Wyatt's trying to find Quinn. Finally finds her with Eric, and it's basically he's afraid. He's like, you need to leave town or my marriage is over. That's sad. It's a sad thought. Your marriage is strong enough because she's in town with Eric and Steffi's pissed. Because I understand Steffi's like, I'm done with your crazy family. She's like, I'm done. But Steffi goes to her daddy, goes to Ridge, Mr. Torsten K, and says, we need to do something about her. He's like, this bitch needs to go. She was done. Steffi was totally done. And then Liam's on the phone with his foundation, but he's thinking about Steffi. I mean, it's all about Steffi right now. And Steffi and Quinn. It's these two people, these two titans, crazy, regular, and it's all about kind of who's going to win out.
Crazy is really something to kind of watch out for. You can't predict.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Actually, you really can't at all. Ivy comes back at the end of the month. Yes, she comes back at the end of the month. So Wyatt's like basically on Friday he told her either it's me or him. If you don't leave, then I'm gonna get done with you as a son.
Really?
He did.
Goodness.
And she's like, I don't want to give up Eric. She's like, I don't want to give. I don't want. Because he said either you walk out or I leave. And she's like, I don't want to give up Eric. And she's thinking about it. She's thinking about it.
Well, like I said, the power move. You know, all
Bye,
of a
son.
sudden Eric just has that.
Like, bye,
so he'll be back. The son will be
he
back.
yes.
He can't just split from his mom. He
Yes.
hasn't done it in all these years.
Well, they go, Quinn was the reason he got married twice. That's true because she kind of orchestrated what happened and he got Steffi that way. And Thomas and Sasha are hanging out, so they're fine. And Rich and Brooke were talking, which I kind of like them kind of talking. They're like friends. They're like old friends.
Yeah, they have a thing that goes back so far.
Yeah,
They
they
should
do.
at least be friends.
Just be friends. Just be friends at least. That's kind of how the week ended. So it was an okay week. It was kind of fine. They were doing stuff and working out. So we'll see what happens this week on Bold and the Beautiful. We'll take this time for the last moments we have. I want to do a speed round. I'm going to mention a show. If you don't remember anything, that's totally fine. Some of this stuff goes back 20 years. Slightly, about 20 years or longer. If you don't remember anything, okay, well, just wonder what comes to mind when I mention the name. If you remember your experience on there, and you've been on a lot of stuff. So okay, start with Rin Tin Tin K9 Cop.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay, one thing that comes to mind is I love Toronto. Toronto was where we shot that, and it was that was my first series. It did it back in.
Yeah, I didn't put dates on here. I don't want to do that to you. I didn't put any dates on there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We went to Paris. That we shot some episodes overseas. It was a Canadian show, and it was fun. I mean, it really kind of got me started in the business in a way.
Very good.
Yeah.
Melrose Place.
What's that?
You played detective on it, like for an episode.
Oh, on Melrose Place.
Yes. I said some of these you did one episode. I say if you remember anything. And
Yeah.
At all.
I think that was directed by Nancy, a teacher of mine.
Oh,
at
wow.
UCLA. Yeah, because I went to both for a
Yeah.
bit. Whew, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time. No, so I'm not saying if you don't remember something, it's okay. I'm like, these are a long time ago, but I just was fascinated. These are things that you were on at some point.
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle was a lot of fun.
You did a bunch of episodes
about
on that one.
7, 8 episodes on that one. Yeah.
You were Malik or something?
Right.
Yeah.
And it was me and a bunch of guys. We were Hal's poker buddies. And I was just looking at something the other day from that. We did a song. We did an episode where we played guitars and danced and sang, and we were the corniest brothers around. Oh, that was fun. Malcolm
What a
in the
great
Middle
show.
was fun.
What
It
a great
was.
show.
It was.
I love that show. James Kasmerick, Bryan Cranston, the kids, Frankie.
Brian has just
Isn't that crazy?
taken off.
Very few people actually can go from one series, a memorable character, and then go to another series.
But to go from Malcolm, which is iconic
Yes,
in its
yeah,
way,
no,
to
yes,
Breaking Bad.
I know.
Come on.
I
And
know.
then from there,
To movies.
everything else that he's done.
Oh my
So,
God! Yeah, he's incredible.
Brian's great.
Sleeper Cell. You did an episode of that.
Yeah.
I love Sleeper Cell. I loved it.
Sleeper Cell. I worked with, my boy with the eyes. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name right now. I forget names. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But yeah, I definitely enjoyed Sleeper Cell. That was one of those parts where I got a chance to
It was
do
the
something
light-skinned
about
black guy,
different-
which is with the eyes.
with the eyes.
And I'm bringing
yeah.
out his name too right now. He had a little froey stuff going on.
Yeah, he's got a new series getting
Yes.
ready to come out.
Yes.
So he doesn't have to worry about that.
No,
I
you don't.
remember
No,
his
you don't
name.
at all.
He's doing
He's
fine.
on network TV. He's on
there
the
we
other
go.
series. Yeah, I forgot his name too, but he has the light eyes and everything
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
They remember you on Michael Middle. Oh my God, yeah.
They remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
You did an episode of Bones.
Oh, gee, that was definitely one of those little small Christmas money gigs.
we like those.
Hey, took care of Christmas. You know, everybody got their presents. Everybody got their presents from that gig. Yes, yes.
I love it. ER.
Whoa, ER. That was another quick episode. I thought that was going to develop into more, but it didn't.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you did, because I loved this show. I thought it was a little ahead of its time. Rock.
Yes. Well, my wife was on Rock.
Yeah. I love that show.
Yeah. It was good for us. It was a really good piece.
It was really good for him.
Yeah. You know.
Did you guys meet on that show, or?
Excuse me?
Did you and your wife meet on that show, or did you meet before that?
Oh, we met before that. Okay. I brought her out here from New York. As a matter of fact, we met on stage.
Ooh, I like that.
Our director introduced us.
Oh, funny.
And so we started reading her stuff. It was like, hey, you're pretty good. Yeah, you're pretty good too. What's your name? Well, hey, well. And it really developed from there.
Wow.
And, it took a few years before we got together, but we've been together for a long time now since then. And we came out here together.
I like that. I wish Rock lasted longer. I thought it was ahead of its time.
Yeah,
it did. Yeah. It didn't have it had critical acclaim, obviously, but it just didn't do. So I think if it came out maybe now, maybe it would have done a little differently.
Well, it did well with a certain audience.
Yes,
but it didn't get past that audience, and that was the problem. Yeah. But if you go back and if you look at some of those episodes, they're classic TV.
I know,
and the actors on it, Dutton, Carl Gordon, Ella, Rocky, Carol.
Yeah.
All of them are really, really great actors, Broadway caliber actors.
I know.
And show was good.
It was good. I love the one.
Show was good.
Jag. You never saw of Jag?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I did about two or three different episodes of Jag, and I remember Charles, the producer that hired me, more than I remember anything else.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I never remember Charles. He was a great guy, and I loved him, brother. Yep.
Sleeper Cell was Michael Ealy. That's his name.
Michael Ealy.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes,
thank you, guys. You guys are my best
you.
co-hosts on earth. Thank you. You're giving me his name. That was great. Yeah, he has a new series coming out this fall. Actually, he's a lead on it. Like, he does voiceovers. So this one I would mention: Digimon Digital Monsters.
Okay, now that wasn't me.
Oh, that wasn't?
No, there's another actor named Dan Martin.
You gotta be kidding me.
His name is Jacob Daniel Martin.
That's so
and
funny.
For some reason, IMDb has combined this Dan Martin with that Dan Martin.
Oh, that's so funny.
So and only he goes by Jake. And to the point where they even put up that I was born Daniel Jacob Martin, and then they have his birth date. His year.
Weird.
So, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
That's what I'm saying. We're getting
that was not me. That's not
him,
me.
Kids. They did a lot of live episodes on Rock. I remember that too. Let's see. Boston Legal.
Boston Legal was me.
That's a great show. No, I remember that, actually. It's a great show.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too. I'll tell you the truth, man. It's going to be hard to find anything that I really have like a negative about.
Good,
because
that's good.
I enjoy what I do so much that it really getting the gig is the reward almost in itself. I mean, I got to pay whatever I got to pay and bills and everything, but getting the gig is really the reward.
Yeah.
The work itself.
Yeah.
So, that's one of those shows.
The last one I'm going to mention, because you mean other things, but the last one I'm going to mention, because I did like this movie, Leprechaun in the Hood.
Oh, my gosh.
Love that movie. I love that movie. I don't care. I love it. I stand by it.
That's funny.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Well, we had some classic actors in there. Ice Cube.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Ice-T, right? Ice-T. Yes.
I love that movie.
Warwick Dunn.
Yes, exactly.
Not Warwick Dunn. Warwick.
I know he has a different last name.
Yeah, Warwick Dunn's the football player. This boy, Warwick something else.
You guys don't get to say it on there, but I love that movie.
I'm sure it'll come up.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It was great, and I got killed, and I got to scream my death scream. I like horror movies. I've done a few. I've done a few of all kind of movies, but I definitely have fun with that one.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I think what I would like to see a storyline is that you start to sweep Vivian off her feet. That somehow on Bone Beautiful, you start to kind of start talking. She confides in you. and because Julius did her wrong, and he's trying to win her back, but he still did her wrong, and you're a good man, so why not? You know, and then a little triangle, a mature triangle happens.
I'm sure mature hot triangles do happen.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, yes.
Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Yes.
You guys
yes.
are the best.
You know, it was funny when we shot that movie. I remember sitting in the back of this taxi just waiting for our scene. And I'm just, just kind of sitting there chilling, waiting for him. All of a sudden, the door opens up. Excuse me. And I had not seen him in the makeup. I had not seen him before. The door opens up. All of a sudden, there he is, looking like that little monster. Yeah. And I mean, it just tripped me for that. The makeup was there. I'm telling you, the fangs, the whole bit, and it worked.
Well, there are people like I loved it too. I like that film. I don't care. I liked it. I thought it was funny. It was a little campy. It was funny.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure. And they liked it too. It's rumors they're casting for Sasha's mom. Oh, okay. They could be a love interest for him too. Sasha's mom.
Yeah.
She comes out and meets this detective, and there you go. I mean, lieutenant. She's lieutenant, and there we go. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's time for you to get a higher rank too.
Well,
what's higher than lieutenant?
Captain.
You should be Captain Baker.
Or commissioner.
Or,
yes. President Baker. Let's go there.
Mayor Baker.
Mayor Baker. Mayor Beverly Hills.
Mayor Beverly Hills.
Yes. Mayor Baker.
Thank you for coming on the show. You are a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, thank you for calling me. I enjoy it.
Yes, and you guys, he may be back later in the year. Maybe I'll have him come back on again, and we'll talk some more.
Yeah, but next time I'm on the show.
Yes, next time he's on the show. Okay, so they can find him. You can find him at actor Dan Martin on Twitter, but you could really find him on Instagram. Is that what you're at mostly?
Well, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook more so. Yeah, Facebook. Dan Martin.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
And of course, I'll be back next week with my guest, Allie Levine. She's a stylist. We had her on before. We're going to talk style and fashion because that's what Bold and Beautiful is all about in Los Angeles. And we'll have a good time with that. You can follow us on Facebook at The Bold Breakdown. Use the hashtag The Bold Breakdown on Twitter. You can also follow us on iTunes and YouTube under The Bold and Beautiful After Show. And this episode will be underneath there too. And you can write all the comments, talk to him, talk to me, and work that out. Thank you so much for watching me and staying up with us so late. We love you guys. See you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.